Nation, and welcome back to the Homestead. Well, we're back out at Steck again today because we got two great comments that I don't know the answers to. So of course you know who I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to my main man, Jay. Here's the first comment that we got. It doesn't seem that such a great dealer would be plugging your backhoe into a spring port. For that kind of money, it should be in a detent or plumbed in as a power beyond. We have a CK 3510 SE, which comes with both a spring and detent. Nice tractor. I'm glad Kioti stood behind your backhoe warranties. I'm a little concerned about the brake though. That will be costly if it happens again out of warranties. He watched two videos at one time and did the thing. All right. But that spring thing, that's that handle thing that you showed me, right?
So so the comments broke up into two major parts. First of all, the tractor that you have comes standard from the factory with a spring hydraulic remote. All right. Okay. So what a spring hydraulic remote is because you bought an agricultural style tractor. That's what it comes standard with. So it's designed to plug into a bush hog that picks up, or a grain drill that picks up, or a plow that picks up. So and so that's what we used was that. So we did that to try to save money because the second rear remote cost extra. But we can add it, and you see that Kioti has it over here on the side, and we can add the second detent remote. So the difference is a spring remote, you push it forward, the tractor does its thing and it goes back to neutral. The detent remote, when you push it forward, it stays forward, it keeps flowing constantly for things like a backhoe or a stump grinder or a mulcher or a log splitter or something like that. So and that's the two differences. Now the guy mentioned that he had a CK 3510 SE. Those both remotes are standard from the factory on the SE model 3510. So and for that reason, it's because they make that a dual port, which most tractors only have a single port. And if you look at other tractors, they don't have any. But anyway, so we won't go there right now. But anyway, so we'll look at it. But so that's what we're looking at. So we chose to do what we did with the little block of wood.
Yeah, that $1 million piece of equipment.
Yeah, $1 million piece of equipment and a little block of wood. Saves us money. It's common sense to me to save some money and to do that. It's not like it's anything hurting the tractor or harming the tractor or anything like that. It's just trying to save some money.
Yeah, and it's not even that hard to remember. Like I told you earlier, joking around, I never forget that when I get ready to use backhoe to do that. I always forget to put the thing in, put the parking brake on, and I remember the moment I sit up out of the seat and the tractor cuts off.
Welcome to my world. I do that. The other comment that he made about the warranty. So this is what I just want to say about the warranty. The warranty is a manufacturer default warranty, basically. So what it means is the manufacturer is going to cover things that is defaulted in the warranty that we can't see. So for example, we had a tractor come back in with 80 hours on it, and the internal part of the clutch was never married to the clutch. That makes sense. That people a little bit, and so it caused the clutch to start slipping at 80 hours. Well, it's internally in the tractor. Yeah, I can't see that. You can't see that. So we fixed it, and Kioti warranted it. So the backhoe, the same way, is when we did what we did and it broke loose, welds or whatever, that's what the warranty's there for. So now we know that as we use it, we're thinking about what we're doing with it, and we're not doing, so we're sort of saying, hey, we know it's not Superman all the time. Superman sometimes though good, but Superman all the time is not good. So that's what it is. It's a manufacturer's defect warranty, and Kioti took care of it. No cost to you, fixed it, and how many days?
One day. That's what was super impressive. Connor came and picked it up, and then your girl called that afternoon and she was like, hey, he's gonna bring your tractor out. I'm like, it's done already? She's like, yeah. Like it was no big deal. She's like, yeah.
It's no big deal. So and so just to let you know, is things like that do happen sometimes, not all the time.
Not all,
sometimes.
yeah, I know.
But we did have the part in stock, and when you have the part in stock, you can work fast. And we realized that you use it, and all our customers use their tractors, so we try to get all the tractors out as fast as we can. And that's what we try to do.
All right, Jay, comment number 2. He says, I have a Kioti RX 7320 and a KB 2485 backhoe. He recommended adding a fish plating reinforcement to the backhoe subframe. They have a flex point that eventually leads to fatigue and failure on the subframe. He also recommended retorquing all the bolts regularly on the backhoe subframe and the loader subframe, and all the lug nuts and all the structural bolts on the machine. Proof marks on the bolt heads and nuts is a good idea as well with these issues. Okay. What's he talking about?
So, first of all, he is talking about the same backhoe that you have on your 60 horsepower tractor.
Okay.
And that's on a 73 horsepower tractor. Kioti only makes the backhoe fit to a 6620 tractor. So when you go to the 73, you have to add reinforcement plates and wear plates to the backhoe to make it fit.
Okay.
So that's a little bit of comparison right there. So when you look at that, it is basically, even though you have the same backhoe, you have 2 totally different tractors. So you're marrying that backhoe to that tractor, and it does take some more wear plates and plates like that. So with the comment about the torque of the bolts, I agree with the man 1,000%. All right. So when you look at it, so if you look at ours, we have started putting marks on our torque bolts of our lugs, because that's the #1 complaint we get is Kioti uses such high gloss paint, .1, which is awesome because it makes it great for a shiny tractor, but it makes it very difficult for the lug nut to be married to the metal, because they make the lock washer onto the base of the bolt and not as a separate part. Okay. So when you go to tighten it down, it's only going to catch and tighten so much. So the wear, vibration, turns, pressure on the tire is going to cause possible some loosening. And that's why we come in here, we have started back putting marks on our lug nuts to mark the tire lug, so that you can walk by and look now and you say, hey, all my lugs are in the right spot. Okay. And if I come back and my blue mark's on a different side, then I know that my lug nut's not just tight anymore. Okay. So also with the loader bolts, and if you'll notice, we're not marking loader bolts now, but here's the loader bolts here, here's the loader bolts here. So there's a lot of loader bolts that we're not marking, but that need to be checked on a daily basis, or at least they need to be checked with daily, weekly, however you want to say it, but need to be checked to make sure for wear. And it may be something that we turn around and look to, because if we have enough comments, then it might be something we need to start doing to try to eliminate the wear point of it. The last thing I want to say in that man's comment that you didn't mention is a couple. I agree with him wholeheartedly. The backhoe is very slow on a tractor. It is very slow, but it's a very high torque output. So it has a lot of ripping strength, a lot of braking force. So at that point is close to the equivalent to a Mini X. It's not near as fast as a Mini X. Mini X will run circles around a tractor backhoe. But the comment that I liked the most that he said was, it sure beats a shovel. And amen to that. A front end loader sure beats a wheelbarrow. So when we get to these things, and my grandfather always said, give the laziest man the hardest job and he'll find the easiest way to do it. Welcome to my world of selling tractors and a front end loader. So I will tell you that. But a tractor backhoe is an awesome piece of equipment to have on a tractor. It is very stable, it is built according to the factory, and that's why you have a 2-year grace period or a 2-year warranty period, full period. I mean, you've had your tractor, what, 3 months? Yeah, roughly, and a part broke. Yeah. And we fixed it. So now we know. So, you know, so that's what it is. So hopefully we got it fixed with a better part that's not going to break again.
Now let me ask you this, Jay. If you guys since you guys are not marking those bolts right now, or somebody else has another tractor and their company doesn't mark their lug nuts, can you tell us how to go about doing that?
Just to mark them?
Yeah.
So I take a magic marker, a permanent ink pen, or whatever you want, paint pen. That's all we use is the paint pen. And we just place a mark on the rim and the bolt. So you'd put it on the loader and the bolt so that you can see it matched up across the two.
Okay.
And that way when it turns. And then so that you'll know all the torque specs are in your, but the owner's manual, that is the word for this, is all that, where you torque it down to how many pounds of strength or whatever to hold it in place. So, but it's easy to do that. It won't take you long to take a pink pen and do that. So
awesome. Once again, Jay, thanks. You saved me once again, because my wife read those things and she's like, "Are you doing this?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what he's talking about. I got to go see Jay." So,
well, I will tell you this. I don't know all the answers either. So here we go. You know, and you know,
well,
I'm using my cheat sheet. I'm using my cheat sheet too. So I want you to know is that, but the answer should be always yes. We just got to find out how to make it yes. And sometimes that's difficult. Sometimes it's not. But I want you to know is that we're here to support our customers. So when something does happen, that's when you want support.
Yeah.
It's when as long as everything's good, you don't need us.
Yeah.
And we don't need to hear from you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being mean when I say that. But when something does go wrong, we do want to hear from you. But we want to hear how we can help you, and that's what we're here for. So
and
to
here
help.
I thought he loved my company. Well, no, that's what I told everybody when my tractor did break and y'all got it fixed so fast. I think the most important thing about when you're shopping for a tractor is to do your due diligence on the dealer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
So,
and so that's why, as I talk about coyotes, I'm very passionate about coyotes. I've been selling them for 7 going on 8 years. I own them. I work them. I use them. I believe in them. So yes, all that is good. But my thing is when it doesn't work, who's going to fix it?
who's going to fix it?
Who's going to fix it?
Right.
Because I spend all this money on it. I mean, you spend all that money on it, and now all of a sudden it don't work, and your money's sitting there.
I don't need an expensive paperweight at my house.
I say yard art. I don't need yard art.
Yeah.
I need something that's going to work and going to do what I want it to do, and I need it back in a timely manner. Timely
Yep.
manner.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your time, Jay. Thanks for helping us out with this. There you go, guys. Now, the 2 individuals that sent those comments, if you guys could send us an email with your mailing address, we are going to send you guys a small gift from us, because you guys sent some really good comments that had really good questions that we got to come out here and spend a little bit of extra time with Jay with, and we just want to show you how much we appreciate it. Now, if you guys out there have any more questions about your tractor, whether it's a Kioti or not, hey, shoot us those questions. We'll see if Jay can help us out with it, if we can't figure it out for you. So I hope this video has helped you guys learn more about tractors, more about coyotes and stuff like that. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day.